To Atlanta News First, Brittany Ford now in Conyers, where business owners say they have lost thousands of dollars because of that chemical plume we've been talking about that's floating over the area.
Well, yeah, we are now in day 4 of this chemical fire aftermath, and for small business owners, a loss of revenue from just one day can be devastating. People we spoke to say they're navigating through circumstances out of their control. A plume of chemicals continues to linger over parts of downtown Conyers. SJ Beauty Supply among many in this strip mall on West Avenue who were forced to close their doors.
It's horrible. We just shut down and we cannot come outside of the door, at home. Everything messed up.
Owner Ronnie Burchard says his business has taken a huge hit.
We were closed Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, yesterday. I just opened around 1:30. I lost almost $8,000, if I do average on my sale.
This all a part of the ongoing aftermath of a chemical fire at BioLab Sunday caused by a sprinkler malfunction.
Your eyes, the smell, everything, you start coughing sometimes.
Paula Amato's 2 kids went back to school Wednesday in nearby Newton County where classes were canceled because of the chemical plumes.
It's still scary because of the smell and everything, and I know there's a lot of personnel from staff from school, they're living around there and they are affected too.
Burchard, like many others, now pushing for the plant's closure.
This plant is dangerous. It's so close to the neighborhood and the city plaza.
Now, the EPA's latest air quality report shows that levels are safe for anyone without any pre-existing conditions. The shelter-in-place order here in Rockdale County remains in effect from the overnight hours from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. through Friday. Reporting in Conyers, Brittany Ford, Atlanta News First.